All right. Good day, everybody. I'm here at my house with Mr. Simon Rice to you, and today we are 3 weeks off the back of the seeding.
So we seeded not quite 3 weeks ago.
So 20 days. Well, tomorrow's 21. We'll do it on Sunday. Yeah. So today's Saturday. It's been a really gloomy day today. We've got some good weather coming this week, but as you'll see throughout the video, Simon will be working in the rain. I will not.
A little bit of rain, but it was an important day to get a bit of a cut in as well. So just snip the top off. We've reseeded a couple of areas, put some organics down over the top to protect the seed from birds and from dogs and whatever else. So that'll hopefully sprout up with the warm weather by the next weekend, and we'll be good to go with the cylinder mower.
If you always mow the same way and you always turn the mower in the same spot over and over and over and over again, that's when you can get into some trouble with wear.
Because you're wearing the area,
Yeah.
and it's such a sensitive plant.
Yeah, so if you just did stripes that way one week, and then diagonals the following week, and then maybe a chevron in there as well, and just break up where you're turning the mower constantly, then that's the way to go.
All right,
Fire up.
let's do it. Look at this, man. I got
Top two, definitely quite a bit today.
Tiff Tuff growing in my dichondra.
And dichondra growing.
In my Tiff Tuff, yeah. So I think we'll probably end up doing a video about that at some point, but I think the video is going to be me poisoning the whole lot and maybe replacing the dichondra with mulch. Oh no. Oh, we missed it. It's going to be a Max Kleinig mower start. What are you looking for? You're just trying to check how much is in there?
Yeah, I'm just working on the height of cut.
So you still don't have a height of cut that you're...
Just looking to snip it off the top.
But you don't want to go too low too early.
I want to come now one more level, I think.
So today you cut it with your Scott Bonnet rotary mower. What was the reason for that? Why not use a cylinder mower today?
Because it's so long, the cylinder mower will push over the grass too much. We won't actually cut it. So the rotary mower, yes, it's not an ideal cut, but it's good just to snip off the top and promote some tillering.
So that plant is like that, and your cylinder just pushes it down.
Yeah. The roller just pushes it over.
When it gets denser, is that when it holds itself up a bit more?
A little bit more, yeah. Because there's not much, behind that grass keeping it upright, it just falls over.
Yeah.
And cylinder mowers don't work very well when you're cutting really tall grass either.
Yeah, because it just wants to take the top off.
Yeah.
Plus, this is really wet as well.
It's a bit moist today as well, so luckily we cut it before the rain, which was ideal.
Yeah. That's the Simon Rice planning there.
I checked the forecast. I didn't think it was raining at all today, so there you go. I was completely wrong.
All right, so how much have you taken off? Like 2 or 3 centimeters, or? Oh wow, we got some clippings. Obviously,
and that's only like.
and it's a bit wet.
It is a bit wet.
But if I'd mowed with a cylinder mower really low, there'd be more than that. Not today.
Yeah, I think the fact that the cylinder mower, when it's this young, you just push it over. You won't cut anything.
Yep.
Just strike it up.
So that's about 3 centimeters, but they'd
Yeah.
all be varying lengths, obviously, because it's grown differently.
I mean, look, in an ideal world, you try and stick to the 1/3 rule. It's not going to happen here.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen because you've got grass in some areas that was 100 mil long.
But the ryegrass doesn't seem to be as impacted by the 1/3 roll, especially this rule this young, because there's no canopy because it's not dense. Is that fair?
Yeah, it is.
Like you could cut off all of it and it's pretty much the same colour at the bottom.
Yes.
Like this hasn't yet. There's
It'll
not
be
yellow.
lighter green.
Yeah.
It's just not quite as dark. It's a little bit lighter.
Yeah.
Like, but nothing major. Like when I cut my grass recently, it was 100 mil, and the maximum height on this is about 50.
Yep.
I've got this now probably 40 maybe.
Yep.
And you should see it now. It looks beautiful. Not as good as this, because this is better.
Because it's got Tiff Tuff underneath
It's
it.
got tip tuff, and
God's grass, Tiff Tuff,
Lawn's
Bermuda.
yeah.
So like here, where you're waving your foot,
Yeah.
you would suggest that, and I'm putting words into your mouth, but that would densify as it tillers?
You wouldn't probably notice it. By the time the tip tuff comes back and the ryegrass matures, you probably wouldn't notice it that much. If that was a brand new lawn, yeah, you reach it in a heartbeat because there's nothing there.
Yep.
All this green tip tuff will be dirt or sand or whatever, so you've got to be more aware of overseeding versus
Seeding.
Lawn, yeah.
All right. Well, considering I stole the seed from Lawn Hub, we might as well use it. Any landscapers that are watching, if your client is a fan of growing lawn, I would suggest to them putting in a concrete or paved edge, 100 thick minimum.
Would you call it a tranche?
A tranche. You've heard it here first by Mr. Simon Rice.
Is that what it's called?
A lawn tranche.
Okay.
Haunch? Well, edge. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's raining, so we're just going to go not stand in the rain for a sec. Yeah, this overcast weather hasn't been ideal for our filming. So we've decided to reseed just a few of the areas. So Simon, we don't need to put loam over that or anything to keep it safe.
I washed it in with the hose like we did last time.
Yep. Obviously the first lot we did was just off the back of a scarification, or a verticut, sorry. And it had those valleys to kind of hide in.
Yeah, we'll get it in there, it's okay.
Yep.
I did the same last weekend with my lawn back. Just opened it up a little bit, overseeded it, and then just blasted it in with the hose. And it's worked well actually, germinated today, so it looks good.
The bit that Max replaced after I replaced the sprinkler. Should you be wearing any safety equipment while putting out seed?
No. How often are you watering this, mate?
Every day, 4 times a day for 5 minutes. So we still water every day?
It's pretty moist.
So today's Saturday.
Yeah.
On Thursday, I turned the water off for 2 days, and we just took the rain. And then this morning it popped up at 7 o'clock, and at 7:02 I heard it and quickly turned it off. So it hasn't been watered today; it's only rain. Yeah. So whatever you do to that now with the hose is just
like we've got a good canopy there, and provided we can get the seed into it,
yep,
there's enough insulation there for it. It may not germinate in 7 days. It might take 10 days.
Yep.
It hasn't got the moisture there to germinate the seed, but I reckon that's probably better option.
So the seeds germinate almost like soaking, say, a pulse to try and get it back to life.
Yeah, it's dormant at the moment,
yep,
basically.
Yep.
And then the seed will absorb moisture, and then it will take on whatever it is.
Yep, nutrients and its internal process.
Yeah. And then it will put a shoot down into the soil.
That's called striking.
A root hair. And then it will basically emerge, and then the seed husk will fall off eventually. So yeah, it's all down to keeping it moist so that the water can diffuse or whatever, osmotic pressure into the seed husk, and then it can start to go. So.
And so, if you get right down to this as a plant, you talked about tillering. Does it grow kind of by like splitting out and just doubling, or it kind of just? Will all plants have the same number of leaves?
Yeah, I think ryegrass plant has 5 leaves per tiller.
Yep.
So one grass plant might have, I don't know, 3 or 4 tillers.
So one seed is a plant. One plant might have 3 or 4 tillers. One tiller is 5.
5
yep.
leaves, I think. Yeah, and then one leaf will die, and then another leaf will grow. So it doesn't have any more than 5, I don't think, at any one time. They're all single plants at the moment. You might have a couple in there that are all.
This was in the garden.
Yeah.
This is from the ants, but that's, I guess, it gives you a bit of an idea of what the root profile looks like in comparison to the plant.
There we go. So there's one plant, and it's tiller 2.
I hope that gets it. Obviously, because I'm an awesome boss, I don't force my videography team to work on a Saturday. Mr. Simon Rice is the only one that has to work on a Saturday.
No, it's not working with ryegrass.
Oh, mate. Simon Ricey.
Yeah, twice a day then. Maybe even once a day.
Once a day in the morning at 7 or 7:30, whatever. Or what? Once the sun's up. So I might push it out to 8 o'clock.
Like at the moment, I'm doing my backyard twice
Yep.
And by the time I get home from work, at 5:30 or whatever, the canopy's dry.
Yep.
So it doesn't have that moisture on the leaf all night. It's just sort of the harboring of disease when it's just wet.
Are you at a point, like if you come home, you can look at your ryegrass and see that it needs water?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like it's that sensitive a plant?
It's obvious.
Yep.
For my lawn, it's only 80 square meters, okay?
Yep.
So, in the height of summer with my old grass, it would use, let's say, 25 mil per week. The ryegrass uses 35.
Yeah, okay, so it's
Not like it's 5 times as much.
Yep.
But when you scale that out on a big lawn, then it becomes a cost issue.
Yeah. We got a letter from SA Water this week suggesting that we have someone come and look at why our house's water usage has tripled in the last quarter. And I can tell you that one of the reasons is behind Simon, and one of the reasons is underneath Simon.
And I think probably, people in the house as well. Like, my daughter would happily take a 40-minute shower.
Yeah, we want to make sure you're clean. Well, out here, that's the whole day of irrigation for here.
Yeah. So there's many ways you can be water-wise, so...
Yeah, like Max just doesn't shower at all. So these patches here that have the dog death you can kind of see there's seed germinating in some of these areas, but others it just looks like the soil has been so affected by the urine that there's nothing's happening there. Like the tip hasn't even come back. Like you look at this one, there's little, like this one doesn't look as bad, but then you look at these, I mean there's a bit there, and I don't think the dog's going to the toilet in the same place. It's just interesting that like the soil just was, I guess, damaged when the seed went down and it didn't strike. That's what it feels like. I think these patches were here before we seeded and they just never took. And then one other thing that I found really cool or interesting is behind you where this here was just growing like crazy.
Yeah.
And I think it was the heat coming off there.
Yep.
So I'm going to basically cover the whole lawn in rusty steel edge, and then it will just grow better. So you need a garden hose. Oh, hang on. Let's not get carried away. What about the organic matter that I borrowed from Railways? It doesn't have a certificate, but I think the company that makes it has one. So the bag of organic that we've got is we have a lawn hub loam that we mix at Railways, which is about 5 or 6 different products mixed, not evenly. The guys have added probably 1 part to 5 organic compost just to make it not too rich. So that bag's pretty much loam, sand, and organic compost.
Oh, that's what you've got with you, have you?
It's right there.
There?
Yep, that's your bag. There's 2 if you want. What's that? Yeah, most normal people would want to be paid in cash. Not Simon Rice. Not Mr. Simon Rice. Get me some of that organics.
If you look at this grass, right? It's actually growing quite differently than the other areas.
Well, this area here, the Tiff Tuff never took. And I don't know if it was the case that if it had a proper season and it hadn't been walked over all the time, that it would have been okay. And the irrigation cycle for this area, this whole area was off. So we were hand watering this and the hose doesn't reach. Like Celeste, we were kind of squirting to this end. So I'm not sure if it was getting a fair, like if this was a controlled test, it's not a controlled test. So that's why I wanted to kind of give it another season.
So you'll see throughout the video there's a lot of areas that look really good, and there's some areas that have got dog urine burn, and there's some areas that just haven't taken. So Simon reseeded those areas, and hopefully, well, with the warm weather, it's probably going to strike better than we thought.
Yeah, I think by next weekend we should see some germination.
Good for Easter.
My kids know to step from the cement to the cement. Mrs. Adams, not sure. I got a wife and a girlfriend. My girlfriend's good with it.
Your wife doesn't watch these videos?
she doesn't watch any of my videos, and the only reason I added that bit was just to test if she does.
There's nothing protecting the seed.
Yep.
So I did the same thing on that chippy area in my house with some organics and a bit of sand.
Yep.
Just to sort of keep the seed
just a blanket
in contact with something. Otherwise, it's just open to Lloyd.
Well, you can hear the birds.
Open to the birds. Open for everything. So
just to sort of try and push that seed soil contact factor in a little bit more.
So this is the organic matter that Simon requested that we put down 3 weeks ago. I'm not good with instructions. So we're getting a bit of rain during your seeding. Are we going to need to still water it in? Like the amount of rain we're getting is not enough, is it? No. So you want to get it to a point where we can't see the seeds?
Just want to knock it down in the canopy. Like, it might still germinate up there, but it's going to get eaten by birds.
Yeah.
Or a dog, or what the dog will eat.
Yeah, our dog's a massive ryegrass fan. You know you're watering the lawn in the rain, right? Why is that?
Trying to put the seeds down.
So a little important tip for people that it's okay to water in the rain
I want them rain all the time.
because the rain's only going to be about 3 mil or 2 mil.
I think like this time next weekend, you could probably give it another cut with the rotary bowl.
Yep.
And then from there, start cylindering it up.
We had to get Bento down here. Get him to cut it.
Oh yeah.
Guest cutters. I reckon if I can make someone cut it every week, I don't have to cut it.
Yeah, but where's the fun of that?
Well,
You want stripes.
I want it as soon as the cylinder mowers, as soon as it's cylinder time, you guys are, you can be on the other side of the camera.
Okay.
So, yeah, so that's it. We obviously are 3 weeks into a rye oversoy on a Tiff Tuff. Simon, when he got here, was more impressed with it than I probably am. It's the first time I've done it, so I was kind of like, eh. But Simon was saying that his first oversoy of his grass didn't achieve as good a result
Yeah.
as
So
this.
when I did my cooch, this is better.
Yep.
I think you've left it a bit longer.
Yep.
I would mowed it way too early.
You got mow happy, yeah.
Yeah.
I was feeling that way during the week though, especially when you mowed yours. I was like, oh. But
No, I think it looks really good actually. So it may not be quite what you expected,
yeah.
but it's a new grass. It will take time to fill out and to thicken up, so don't stress.
There you go. So we will keep you posted and obviously post more videos as this lawn develops. If you are interested in watching those videos, obviously subscribing to the channel and hitting the bell will put the videos in front of your face real time. If not, that's cool too. If you have liked the video, I really would appreciate it if you give it a like. It just helps us try and grow the channel. We want to get in front of more people and help highlight what we're doing here in the South Australian climate, and then obviously hopefully help at least one person out there that's struggling with something. So if you've got any questions, please feel free to stick them in the comments below. Max or myself will be all over that, wherever Max is. I don't know, he's been on holidays for a week after working for Lawn Up for a week. So yeah, apparently I'm a good boss. So
Week on, week off.
week on, yeah, he's doing FIFO in Adelaide. So thank you, Simon, as well for coming out. Simon's wife as well for allowing, for printing his calendar.
Yeah. It's a nice little surprise.
And yeah, we'll keep you posted.